Welcome to another episode of Roll Up a Pour. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright, now look, so for this one, I'm gonna be telling y'all about how all of this designer shit is fake. You know what I'm saying? Nah, before we get there, let me start right here. Y'all see my shirt, right? Wrinkled as hell, right? Okay, first of all, I'm a manly man. Ashy hands and all. I am a manly man. You know what I'm saying? So don't be looking for me being at my best and all of this shit with these videos. Like y'all be seeing a lot of these perked out ass motherfuckers. I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? I wash my clothes. I put them on. You know, my body heat will eventually get the wrinkles out my clothes. You know what I'm saying? This is a freshly washed shirt that I just threw on. You know, give it a couple hours, my body heat will wear out the wrinkles. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming because I'm a manly man like that. You know what I'm saying? Which also brings us here today with this situation right here. Now, where you getting at, Mr. Roll Up? Y'all remember a short I made this short months ago. And y'all know I got like maybe 200 shorts, maybe more than that. You know, I don't know. I know I got a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I made a short about a clothing store that I go to in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And that clothing store, you know, got all the Gucci, the Louis, the Amiri, you know, all of that name brand type shit, right? And it's knockoff, right? So I showed y'all with me walking into that store called A-Bass. And I showed y'all everything they had in there and all of that. So if you haven't seen it, you can go back to my shorts and check it out. You will see in the shorts. I went into the store. I showed you all the clothes they got, all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of them, they shirts and shit. I think the shirts was like $25 and the pants like $40. You know what I'm saying? And it's all new designer. It's all the same shit you see everybody else out here wearing, going to these expensive stores to buy that shit, buying it online, spending thousands of dollars. The same as they shit. A-Bass got that same as they shit for not even a portion of what these retail places is charging y'all for these items. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me bag this train up a little bit so it all makes sense of why I go here to shop for my clothes. You know what I'm saying? All right, so look, when I was young, maybe like 10, 11 years old, something like that, right? My homeboy mama, my homeboy Flash, his mama, right? She used to work at a clothing factory. You know what I'm saying? Back then at that time. And she told us, you know, she was like, you know, don't be believing the hype with all of this, you know, super designer stuff. Like, it ain't nothing like what y'all think, you know. We young, we don't really know what the hell she talking about. So we like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know. She kept on trying to tell us this stuff day by day. Like, stop getting caught up in that designer world, you know, because we want the new Nikes, the new Jordans, you know, all of that type of stuff, right? You know, the new Jabals, you know, the Pelly coats, the Cartier frames, you know what I'm saying? We looking at all of our OGs with all of that top designer shit on. We thinking that's how we supposed to be coming, you know? So we trying to get in the mix and, you know, be on the same type of tip as them. Just my man's mama. My man's Flash, his mama. Every day she get off work, she'll try and tell us, like, stop glorifying that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, time come, maybe about a month later, after she kept on trying to come at us about this situation, maybe about a month later, right? She had popped out and was like, look, I'm gonna tell y'all something about the designer. So we like, what's up? She said, you know, that designer that y'all like so much, she said, pretty much is no such thing as fake clothing or fake design or fake this, fake that. It's not no such thing. We like, what you mean it ain't no such thing? You know, she like the Gucci, the Louis, all of that type of stuff. There's no such thing as fake Gucci or fake Louis. What it is that these places, they stitch the clothing, the designer, whatever it is, they stitch it wrong. You know what I'm saying? When they preparing this stuff, you know, putting it through their sewing machines and things like that, sometimes shit get misstitched. It happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? Every day, all the time. And the items that get misstitched, just say if it was just supposed to be a straight line like this, when they stitch it, it might go up, you know what I'm saying, like that. Kind of like how your heart pulse thing is. It might do that a little bit and fuck up that straight line. Well, with a situation like that, they throw it to the side. It's basically trash because the stitching didn't go the way how the design was supposed to go. So they throw it to the side. When they throw all of this shit to the side, they got misstitched. They sell it to the small vendors. You know what I'm saying? Which is like the A-Basses and these knockoff stores, right? So they sell it to them, and then those smaller stores sell it to the public for a cheaper price. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, straight up, that's how that shit go? She like, yeah, you know, so it ain't no such thing as no fake nothing. It just get misstitched. Ever since then, I always kept that in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my man's mama. Like, I've been around them ever since I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I know his mama. Like, she like my second mama type shit. Like, no lie. So when she started working in the factory, you know, dealing with the designer and everything, I knew she knew what she was talking about. And she kept on schooling us on this. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we were so young, we wasn't really catching what she was saying. But when she had made her point about how it be misstitched, there's no such thing as fake designer, that stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So later on into my teen years, we got hip to A-Bass, which was the clothing store in our neighborhood in Apollo parking lot plaza. You know what I'm saying? That was about a half mile away from us. So we didn't mind mobbing up there and shit. You know what I'm saying? When we started going up there, we go in the store. My A-Bass has been open since I was a kid. It might have been open before I was born. I don't know how long A-Bass has been open. But A-Bass has been open since I was a shorty. And they haven't missed. They never had to close down. What can you say? They never went bankrupt or nothing and had to come back, get a loan or none of that type of shit. They've been open since I was a kid, swear to you. They've been open forever. You know what I'm saying? So evidently, guess what? It's people buying from them. You know what I'm saying? Little do you know, it's people buying from there. But anyway, as teenagers, when we a mob up there, we go in there, you know, all the guys be laughing like, man, look at all this fake ass shit. They ain't here trying to get down on the hood, you know what I'm saying? Because they know the hood broke. So they trying to get down on us with all this fake shit. We ain't buying it, blah, 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 blah. Now, I told you before, in this Apollo parking lot, it's a whole bunch of stores in this plaza. And it's a Foot Locker in that plaza too. So you got a Foot Locker and you got A-Bass. You know what I'm saying? So everybody be hoeing A-Bass like, nigga, we ain't buying that fake shit. We over here at the Foot Locker. So all of the fake ballers will go over there to the Foot Locker. You know what I'm saying? And buy these shit from Foot Locker, show the receipts, the bag that it come in, all of that. Yeah, this ain't that A-Bass shit, blah, blah, blah. This is the real deal, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. While everybody going to Foot Locker and buying all of these shit or whatever, I'm at A-Bass. You know what I'm saying? A couple of the homies knew that I was going to A-Bass to get my shit, and I didn't care what nobody thought. You know, the only time I ever go to Foot Locker is like for some Air Force Ones, because A-Bass don't have Air Force Ones. You know, they had all type of shit like Timbs, Yeezys, you know, Jordans, all type of shit. They just don't never had Air Force Ones. Like they had the Nike Jordans, you know, the Air Force Jordans, whatever you, the Jordan 1s. You know what I'm saying? They had them too, but they just never had Air Force Ones. You know, so when I wanted Air Force Ones, I would go to Foot Locker for that. Other than that, all of my clothes and shoes, cologne, all of this shit came from A-Bass. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know, and I don't mind admitting it or none of that. Again, everybody that know me know this. You know what I'm saying? My best friend know this. You know, like, I don't lie. I don't got a perp, none of that. And it's been plenty of times I done had bands in my pocket where I could have went to the Foot Locker and cashed out and looked good in front of everybody and all that. No, I go to A-Bass. You know what I'm saying? I could spend $500 in A-Bass and I have damn near $10,000 worth of shit that people will go to these high-end stores and spend all that money on. I only paid $500 for it. You went to that high-end store, spent $10,000. I went to A-Bass, paid $500 for the same exact shit that you got. And again, this wasn't no broke nigga shit. I had to go to A-Bass because I ain't have it or none of that. It's been times I done had $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 in my pocket, cash. Not no check, not no debit card, not no loan, not no cash app, not no Apple Pay, cash money. All $100 bills. You know what I'm saying? And I still pulled up the A-Bass. And the brand new Tesla, 2023 Tesla, Model Y. You know what I'm saying? The new Escalade, brand new. I'm in these type of cars. You know what I'm saying? Cars adding up to $250,000. All type of cars I'm pulling up in at A-Bass. While everybody trying to stunt and go to the Foot Locker, I'm at A-Bass because I'm smart. These are just clothes. You know what I'm saying? The same shit that you get from the Gucci store and all of that, that shit can get stained just like the fake clothes. What you mean, Mr. Roll Up? Just say, you know, you go to a baseball game and you order a glizzy with some ketchup and mustard on it. Boom, you bite into the shit, ketchup and mustard all on your fucking Gucci outfit. Whereas I could turn around and do the same exact thing. Your Gucci outfit came from the Gucci store. That probably cost you $1,000. You know what I'm saying? I went to A-Bass and got that same Gucci outfit for not even $100. You know what I'm saying? And I go to that same baseball game you went to. I got that same glizzy you got. I got the same condiments. I bite into mine. Boom. Ketchup land on my shirt. Me and you both got the same stain with the same outfit on. Only difference is you paid $900 more than I did, and we got the same fucking outfit on. And guess what? That stain is going to remain the same on that fake outfit or that real outfit. So why the fuck would I spend an extra $900 to just try and prove to everybody that this shit real? Like, people really care. Don't nobody really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's really just some broke ass hood shit. Because people that's really get money, they don't care nothing about none of that. They don't even buy that type of shit when they get money like that. You know what I'm saying? Think about Adam Sandler. Like, that man dressed in a $90 outfit and he worth billions of fucking dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's plenty of others. I just used them for example. But my whole point of all of this is that I was always smart with my money when it came to materialistic things. I never was the type that'd go in the mall and just be in there splurging, trying to let everybody know, oh, my shit real, blah, blah, blah. Like, I could care less. I don't care what you think. And guess what? Ain't nobody ever said, hey, your clothes fake, your shoes fake. Ain't nobody ever did that. Everybody always thought, oh, my shit was authentic because that's just how I present myself. You know what I'm saying? I always got money, always got nice cars, always got me a crib, always got all of that shit. So when I be coming through with the fake shit, people ain't know it was fake. They looking at me like I'm a rich nigga or something. So what they see me wearing, they think that shit real. Whole time, it came from A-Bass. And guess what? A-Bass is still open to this day. A-Bass been open over 20 years and it's still open to this day. All of the fake shit. And they getting in new shit every single day. Again, you don't believe me? Go check out the short. Like I said, it's in my short. It's when I went to A-Bass. I showed y'all what was up in there. You know what I'm saying? $20 shorts, $40 pants. All of that top designer, all of that same shit that you see in these high-end stores. They got that shit at A-Bass for not even a fraction of what you spending. All right, Mr. Roll Up. So now you got all that out the way. What's the point of everything? The point is this right here, right? Now that we got Trump back in office, Trump ain't been playing. He been on everybody's ass. And he on these other countries' ass with these tariffs. You know what I'm saying? So with the tariffs going on, it's basically like these high-end companies, Gucci, Louis, all of that shit, they pulling back on the import-export business going on with these places across water, like China, France, all of that type of shit, because of the tariff act that's going on. Well, guess what? The tariff act is exposing these high-end stores. And guess what? The Chinese people in China, they on screen. They telling us how Gucci, Louis, all of them stores been getting down on us for years. That same exact shit that you running up in they stores spending $6,000 on a bag, China's selling that shit online right now for $80. Ain't that crazy? Yeah, because before the tariff act and all of that, them high-end stores was dealing with these different countries for them bags, the clothing, all of that shit. And China wasn't charging them nothing. Exactly what my man's mama was saying back in the day. Like, ain't no such thing as, being fake, and it's all the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But instead of, what can you say, like these retailers here in the U.S., instead of them making it, they could just go to China, have China just make all that shit, and they just buy it from them. Instead of wasting time trying to make this shit, they could just buy it from them for a little bitty ass fraction. Boom. Put it right up on their shelves. It's for sale. It cut the cost on time, you know what I'm saying, to try and make that shit over here. So they just go through them and have them ship it here for a very small price, put it up on the wall, get it gone, and continue the same cycle. So now with this tariff act that's going on, now it's exposing the industry. And China is not letting up. I'm pretty sure y'all been seeing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? China on everybody's screen right now saying, hey, stop buying from them. Y'all can go to our website and buy from us. That same goddamn Birkin bag, that same Gucci bag, that same Louis bag, whatever that you see in their store for $3,000-$4,000, you can go ahead and get that same bag off of our link right now for $95. And guess what? The internet is in the uproar because did nobody see this coming? Everybody thought that all that high-end shit they had made them better than the next because they thinking they spent thousands of dollars on this real stuff and make them better than everybody else. But now China out here explaining and exposing, hey, that shit ain't about nothing. They been taxing the fuck out of y'all. That's what's been going on. And that's my whole point, like I said, about A-Bass. I was always 10 steps ahead of the game. Like, nah, my man's mama put us up on it when we was kids that it ain't no such thing as fake shit. It's all the same shit. It's just sometimes it gets stitched wrong, things like that. Well, places like Gucci and all of them, they going straight to the source, which is China. Paying China pennies on the dollar. Getting that shit exported over here, throwing it on their shelf. If China only paid $10 for a bag, damn, my bad, I'm tripping. If Gucci only paid $10 for a bag, they turn around and throw it on their shelf for $2,000. So they make it a $2,000 profit off the same exact shit that you could order online from them directly. But because before the tariffs came in place, China and the US and these retail companies, they kept that shit on the hush because they was doing good business. Well, now that the tariffs is going on, again, which is under Trump Act, and thank Trump. To all y'all that hate Trump so much and all of that bullshit, I told y'all before, Trump is what we need in office. And here go the proof. Because now China is on our screen saying, hey, stop ordering from Louis and all of that. Why don't you just come and order from us directly? You know what I'm saying? Forget all the Neiman Marcus and all that. Come order from us directly. And we gonna give you the same cut that we was charging them. Now look at everybody. Everybody on the internet ordering off these Chinese sites. Ain't nobody going to Gucci and Louis and all of that shit no more. I wonder why. Because there's no such thing as fake designer. Now China is exposing that shit. There's no such thing as fake designer. There's no such thing. And again, my man's mama told me this when we was kids, and it just always stuck with me. So I was never the type to go in these high-end stores and be cashing out. I was never that, ever. You know what I'm saying? And now, here we are, 2025. China themselves is exposing this. So, what's the lesson behind all this, Mr. Rollup? This is the lesson. Stop believing in all that materialistic shit. Because it ain't no such thing as fake material or real material. Material is material. You know what I'm saying? If you really know what you're doing, you can make your own Gucci bag. Will that make it fake because you made it and the Chinese didn't make it? Well, guess what? Gucci didn't make that bag. As you can see, the Chinese is telling you that. You know what I'm saying? So there's no such thing, man. Material is material. Stop believing the hype that it's fake and it's real. It's no such thing, man. It's all the same shit. Just some shit gets stitched differently, and that's just how it go. And guess what? Again, with this whole tariff act going on, it's exposing all of that right now. So hopefully everybody waking up to all of this designer world. Like, y'all really been getting tricked off the streets. You know what I'm saying? For a long ass time. And here's the proof. It's showing itself right now. So, again, learn to be frugal with your money when it comes to this designer stuff. Because this designer shit was set up to make you go broke. Why you think they charging so much for it? They not hurting for the money. They charging it to break you and make you look stupid. And guess what? That's what you doing. You running there looking stupid. So again, the next time you think about running up in that Gucci, Louis, Neiman Marcus, you know, whatever those type of high-end stores, just remember I said this. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, type in China exposing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see it. It's all over the place. They are exposing the U.S. retail stores for marking up prices on items that they create. These high-end stores, they don't put no special twist on it or nothing when they finally get that export over here. You know what I'm saying? They put that shit right on the shelf. Soon as it come in, they open up them boxes, they throw it right on the shelf, man. So hopefully that was enough to make you understand that stop spending your money with these high-end places, because all they doing is eating you alive, man. And in the end, they ain't gonna have nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? So think smarter, not harder. There's no such thing as fake designer. Go to your local thrift store or knockoff store, whatever. Run it up. Get all the shit that you want to need. Because guess what? It ain't no different from the Gucci store, the Louis store, or Neiman Marcus. It's been another episode of Roll Up a Power. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.